My name's Crystal Goodwin Dennis and we're at Newcastle campus and I'm studying my Diploma of Enrolled Nursing. Because I'm an Indigenous student, we got linked with the Aboriginal unit and they then started a pathways and asked me what I would be interested in and what I see myself doing, and I really had no idea. And they started bouncing ideas towards me and they said about nursing, and I said to them I'd probably be good at that because my siblings and my mum and cousins always need somebody to care for them. There's always something going wrong, either someone's come off skateboards or twisted an ankle or sick with pneumonia or something like that, and yeah, they're always needing care. Even though my family is big, it's only been recent years that we haven't lived with my aunties and uncles and cousins. There used to be about 16 of us living in the one house. That was really good. We've always had family around, but it's hard coming from a broken family and still trying to get somewhere in life. I'm a Wiradjuri woman and Mum moved from Parkes when she was about 17, and when she moved here she fell pregnant with me. So we've been back and forwards from the city to the country, back to the city, and mainly wherever one of us moves is where we all move. And because I've got this opportunity here, Mum's moved here, but we'll probably all move back out around Parkes.
Hi, I'm Tanya. I'm Crystal's mother. I'm really proud of Crystal and what she's achieved through her TAFE. She's done a few courses and it's inspired me to go and get an education through TAFE as well. And she's been a real inspiration to her siblings also.
I dropped out of school in Year 8 and then went back in Year 9, so I skipped Year 8. And I'd done Year 9 and then went to do Year 10 and found that I wasn't interested in school. It was too hard. I thought it was too hard. And then I came to TAFE and did my Year 10. Then I did my Year 12 at TAFE because it was better learning, more suited to me. I felt more comfortable. There was more one-on-one. After I did my Year 10 and Year 12, I did my Cert 3 in aged care. Then I went to uni because I thought I'd give it a go, and I did a Indigenous program called YPUG, and it's like Open Foundation. I completed that with high distinctions, and then I found out about this cadetship for Indigenous students for the diploma. So I came back to TAFE and did my HSA, which is Health Service Assistance, and then from there progressed into the diploma. The Aboriginal unit has been there since day dot, and they'll probably follow through with me once I've finished courses at this campus. They help with food, they help with transport to come to TAFE. They provide you with numeracy and literacy tutoring. If it wasn't for that, I probably wouldn't go through with any of the courses that I've completed. Yeah, that there has been the main push for me, because there's been many of times where I've wanted to drop out and run home.
Crystal was struggling when she came into the group. She finds it easier to learn hands-on, but if you give her a task and spend a bit of extra time with her, she can get the assignments done better than a lot of the other students.
A cadetship is, you've got Hunter New England Health. They pay for your diploma and then they give you 400 hours on the job training in 3 or 4 different wards at the hospital, so you can get a specific feel for what kind of field you would like to work in. At the moment I'm placed at John Hunter Hospital, which is really big and good. For my first 200 hours I worked on surgery trauma ward, and that was very heavy. The cadetship can come with a job, but it also comes with further study and further funding if you do well in the things that they're funded first. And with this cadetship, I can do my Diploma of Enrolled Nursing over 3 years, not just the one. And you get 40 weeks of paid funding to come to TAFE to help support you.
I've been a nurse for 25 years, and when I started, you went to uni. That was really the only pathway that you had. Now, if people, back then if people didn't do well in their HSC and get accepted into uni or came in as mature age students, that it wasn't an option for them. Now with TAFE, we have a lot of different pathways. They can not have a school certificate and come to us, do a Cert 3 in aged care, and then they can follow that up with the diploma, Cert 4, whatever. You know, there are just a lot more opportunities offered to people where school doesn't work, which was the case with Crystal. And I think they come to this environment and they're treated more like adults.
A normal day for me on my placement was shift starts at 7 a.m. You do a handover, find out what patients you have, get allocated with them. Then you do showers and bed making, and then medication round. And then from there on, you either take patients to surgery, pick them up from surgery, take them to x-rays, do their OBS every 4 hours. Medications are done in the morning and in the afternoon before you knock off. It's a really long day. You get exhausted. When you get home and take your shoes off, you feel that's a reward.
Having the simulated environment is very important. They need to practice on the mannequins before they go out to real people, because, you know, we have a lot of teaching hospitals here and they do actually go out and learn on quite unwell people. So they need to be able to show us in the simulated environment before they go that they are capable of doing that without causing any harm to anyone.
The facilities at TAFE are really good. They set the standards for basic care of a patient. We use dummies here. They're really good to practice your skills on, like subcut injections or intramuscular injections. Sticking cannulas in and IV fluids running and stuff, because you can put fluids into the dummies and like it exposes like a real person. It's really good to practice because you've got the curtains, you've got the beds, you've got the dummies there to use, and you've got your classmates, which in the working environment, they're like your working colleagues. And it really does set the minimum standard for when you go out on prac. The most enjoyable part about being a nurse is getting to see people go home. Like, you help them through the process of healing and promoting their well-being and getting them back to health to be able to look after themselves independently. It is sad when that doesn't happen, but most cases it does, and that's the rewarding part, is knowing that you had an input into their health and well-being. Well, there's two ways that my future could go. Doing this diploma of enrolled nursing, I've been given a cadetship, which comes with a job, but the employer, which is Hunter New England Health, they have also offered me a scholarship to go further into registered nursing, so a degree at uni.
All the other children got goals now for their future. I've got second sister in uni and the third one doing year 12 and TAFE. They know that they're not just going to get to year 10 and drop out. They've got to keep going on, and it's inspired me to go. I'm started doing nursing myself at TAFE to get myself a career. So if Crystal hadn't have gone through all these studies through TAFE, and I wouldn't have even tried.
Coming from the struggle to getting the strength to go on, and then to go past what you thought you ever would, I think you need to be a strong person to have pride in yourself, and most Indigenous people are really strong, determined, and they can achieve things that they want to do more so than anybody else. And definitely, if they're thinking about taking nursing as a career, do it, because it benefits the community, your family. You're not the only one that has pride. Your family will have pride, the community will have pride, and it'll make you feel better in yourself. Yeah.